Welcome to episode 7 of Which Switch. On this episode, we'll be going over the box heavy switches from novel keys. These are the box dark yellows, pale blues, and burnt oranges. If you want to know more about box switches in general, check out episode 6 of the series. Let's start with the box dark yellows, the simple linear switch of the bunch. These linear box switches share the same stem as the box red, except in a dark yellow mustard color. It's a linear on a heavier side rated at 70 grams for actuation. Judging by Hata's force curve graph, it reaches the rated 70 grams force slightly after the 2mm mark, but it looks like it actuates around 55 grams force at the 1.25mm mark. Most people who are typing on the switch are bottoming out all the way through to the 3.8mm point, so I don't think that'll affect too many people who just want a heavy feeling spring under their fingertips. The bottom out is at 85 grams force, which will be a nice cushion for many typists. The high actuation and light actuation point may be beneficial to those who don't bottom out, with a heavier weight acting as a cushion as they approach the full 3.8mm of travel. Next, let's move over to the burnt orange switches. These are very often out of stock, but more should be in stock soon. And I've been informed that manufacturing issues that caused the low production numbers should be resolved. The burnt orange switches are the tactile ones of this bunch and share a similar stem to the box brown stem. They are rated at 60 grams for actuation, but actually actuate at a much lighter 50 gram force at around the 1mm mark. The tactile bump is near the front at around 65 grams force at 0.5mm, which is a nice quick tactile bump that isn't too light. The rest of the switch is a smooth linear fare until the bottom out point at around 90 grams force. The heavy bottom out is a nice touch for those who want a bit more punch than press in their fingers. The bump doesn't feel particularly crazy or exceptional, but it's noticeable, which is the key thing. The bump being so close to the front means that all the action is happening almost right away, with the rest of the press simply being an increase of weight for the sake in it. This is probably a good switch for those who would type briskly and don't linger too long before bottoming out. Last but not least are the box pale blue switches. The box pale blue switches are the spring-swapped older brother of the well-loved box white switches. The box pale blues have a linear climb in force as you reach the click bar's maximum force just past 1mm, which falls in grams force right after overcoming the click bar. This creates a very small tactile event and feel, but when pressing the switch quickly, it feels a small but smooth bump. The rest of the switch motion is very smooth and linear, which is well received. These are some great clicky switches, and even though they aren't the most tactile, the typing experience with these are fantastic as they feel robust and quick to action from the click and the falling through feeling of overcoming the click bar. The click bar has a much higher pitched sound than its click jacket sibling, which is a very concise sound without rattle that plagues switch jackets. On the other hand, every press will have a click as the slider moves down and up. Check out these switches at Novel Keys. Personally, I'm a big fan of the box pale blues and the box oranges a bit more than the yellows, but those are still great switches if you like heavy linears. Thank you for watching.